Well. If memory serves me correctly, we did this and we got to flip this back around because I was like, wait a second, that ain't correct. If memory serves me correctly, you and I had this conversation, you and I, me and you, had this whole conversation 365-ish days ago. Launch a podcast. And here we are. Welcome everyone to the 2DopeMarks, your home for Go Girl Wrestling. It is officially, it may be our 54th episode in terms of numbers, but for me and D, it is the 1 year show. We have made a whole 365 and putting this together and yapping about our favorite thing in the whole wide world as an Escape Pro Wrestling. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for all the support. Again, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe to the 2DopeMarks on Twitter, subscribe to us on Instagram. Well, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. You know, Facebook group's Facebook group. We let's say if you want to go in and kick it like that. Cop the merch. Because again, we got more things coming this year. Because hey, half the country is about to be dealing with some wicked weather again.
I'm about to say.
Look, I say that because right now it is 65 degrees in Southeast Texas, in my neck of the woods. It's 65 degrees.
It is 16 degrees here.
Damn, I remember I had some days last year, dog.
Yep.
Don't worry. We're gonna get something similar to that this weekend, but it is what it is.
You can also have that
shit. Also, for everybody that's been out dealing with the snow, dealing with the ice, I urge you to stay safe. Practice, smart thinking and cognitive thinking skills when it comes to this weather, because Mother Nature don't play at all. Right? Don't play. We got a jam-packed show for you. We will be discussing the Rumble and the monkey wrench that Saturday night's main event threw in our ideas of who's going to go on to WrestleMania. We got AJ Styles trademarking things, so it making us feel like it's really about to be a wrap on Saturday in Saudi. We got a gentleman who we gave flowers to in last week's episode. He is now down in Jacksonville. Like, that happened real quick, fast. And speaking of Jacksonville, they got a main event scene that has me going, right? Plus, hater hero of the week. Real quick, I will go ahead and say this football-wise, me and D, in predicting the playoffs this year, going up to the Super Bowl, we missed on all of D missed on 3 games, and I missed on 4. We both missed on the Eagles beating the 49ers. We agreed that the 49ers would get their asses whooped by the Seahawks. We agreed that the Rams was also going to get beat up by the Seahawks. We said the Patriots were going to beat the Broncos. We were both hoping that the Bills would have beat the Broncos, so the Texans would have got an AFC title game. But the Texans ain't beat the Patriots.
The Super Bowl about to be ass, bro.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
That Super Bowl would be ass. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah. I don't want to watch it. I don't know what's nastier, the matchup per se, because I feel like the Seahawks should boat race the Patriots, or that America 250 patch they got on the jerseys to make them look like Lightning McQueen little cousin in Cars 4.
Bro, I'm not good. You'd be surprised. I'd be really surprised if I watched that shit.
Yeah. So enjoy, for those watching, enjoy the Bad Bunny concert at the football game.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Enjoy the Bad Bunny and Green Day concert. Also, shout out to Russell because he opening a little joint, you know what I'm saying? Gay area, for real. The only thing I'm hoping for with Super Bowl is Marshawn Lynch acting a fool. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm with that.
But
I'm with that.
Yeah, this weekend, we might be saying goodbye to a legend, at least from a WWE standpoint, in that AJ Styles talked to the missus a few weeks ago, said, hey, I'm putting my career on the line. Had a fire-ass match with CM Punk on Monday Night Raw this past Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Had a fire match with Shinsuke Nakamura at Saturday night's main event. That was...
So did.
Look, if y'all gonna take 8 years to finally get the one in y'all WWE run, I understand, right? It took a minute. They got to cooking, and yeah, we'll also get into more Saturday's main event in just a second. But AJ Styles has filed trademark for the phenomenal AJ Styles. He's also filed trademark for his logo, which means if he's granted it, that means he can be AJ, the phenomenal AJ Styles, wherever
anywhere he want to be.
Go in the world. Now, Contest Clue says that he said 2026 is his last year of professional wrestling as an active competitor. D said that the man's contract expires this week during last week's episode. He's facing Gunther, and his career is on the line in Saudi.
Mind you, WWE trademark career killer.
In other words, the TKO side of WWE is giving us all the foreshadowing about what's going to happen this weekend. So we have given AJ Styles his flowers from a professional wrestling overall standpoint on this show, especially when he announced it last fall that 2026 was going to be his last year. But from a WWE standpoint, this is it's a perfect story arc if you think about it, because 10 years ago earlier this week, AJ made his debut in the company. Number 3 entrant in the 2016 Royal Rumble, fresh off of him versus Nakamura at Wrestle Kingdom. And lo and behold, here we are 10 years later. AJ Styles is still going. AJ Styles has been a 2-time WWE champion. He has one of the longest reigns of being WWE champion. He's actually gone into a WrestleMania as WWE champion. And the shit feel like it's about to be wraps in a WWE ring.
So let me ask you this question.
He's done everything else.
Let me ask you this question real quick, because it just boggles the mind. Does he rank in your top 5 or top 10 of all time wrestlers?
He ranks in my 10.
In your 10?
He ranks in my 10 based off of how many children he has in professional wrestling.
I'm about to say all the children he got on his ribs.
No, not his ribs, not his ribs. In actual professional wrestling, how many people you can trace back to AJ Styles in TNA?
Okay.
In particular, how they work. In the grand scheme of things, like there are people who, they based a lot of their style off Shawn Michaels. In the grand scheme of things, there are people who have now based their style off of Daniel Bryan / Bryan Danielson. There are people who base their style a lot off of watching CM Punk, Seth Rollins, because he already has a child in WWE, and Nathan Frazier. You know what I'm saying? But with AJ Styles, you have somebody, I see shades of Kyle Fletcher in his game. I see elements of Kenny Omega in his game. When Kenny could fly, by the way.
I'll let you continue.
When Kenny could fly, right? I see elements of you name somebody who's a light heavyweight going right now. I see a lot of like Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo, you saw what I said last week? Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes deeply tied to AJ Styles. I think that you have somebody who is, as Byron Saxton said during that Rumble entrance, an innovator offense. And if this is his WWE swan song, then hey, look, the man leaves Triple Crown champion, presumptive Hall of Famer when it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? He's not leaving on bad terms.
That's valid. That's easy. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he's the first. Stephanie was the first inductee into this Hall of Fame. I would not be surprised after Saturday if he's the first inductee in WrestleMania season that they put out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that for all he's accomplished, like he has amazing feuds, John Cena, Samoa Joe. He has quite possibly the weirdest WrestleMania match streak I've ever seen between Jericho, Nakamura, Shane McMahon, LA Knight, Randy Orton, Edge.
Yeah.
It crosses a lot of spectrums with him.
Yeah. I think people, and the reason why I asked you where does he sit in your ranking system or your top 10, top 5, I think a lot of people don't go back to the history of who this man was. Now, if you go deeper and dive deeper into it, I'll take you back to when TNA actually had a video game. AJ Styles was the first character that you can get. You know what I mean? AJ Styles, this is total impact, like total nonstop action. You know what I mean? And when AJ first came in, it was NWA at that server. This is when Ron Killings was still there.
Yeah.
And so, like, he was the matriarch of the X Division. Then, as you see, he got bigger and bigger and bigger. Like you said earlier, the what you say earlier? You said something about like the mid card to like a champion, some to that certain situation. Like he ended up being TNA champion, and then think about it. Let's be real relevant. We know that Fergal Devitt, aka Finn Balor, started the Bullet Club. Let's be real, but that shit ain't get popular until Uncle Allen pulled up in New Japan.
Facts.
That shit ain't get cool until Uncle Allen pulled up in New Japan. When Uncle Allen left, you know, that's when Bullet Club, was still at its height. I think that
when they're still selling all the t-shirts at Hot Topic. Yes, sir.
Right. And then here's the thing. How many American IWGP heavyweight champions have there been?
All right, I'm gonna try and do this. Does Scott Norton count?
Yeah.
Okay, Scott Norton, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles. I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like I might be missing.
It's one. I can't think about it right now. I ain't trying to wreck my brain. Needs to say, it's a whole situation where he was chosen as someone who can carry that title, and that's special. You know what I mean? That's really, really special in New Japan. So for me, he's in your top 10. For me, he's in my top 5.
Oh shit, Vader. Fuck. That's who I forgot. Vader.
Yeah. All that. But yeah, like for what that man has accomplished as far as body of work and wrestling period as a whole, he's definitely in my top 5. I think people, when they look at their Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, they don't look at the bigger picture as far as body work, because people have migrated and went to other places where other people have stayed in the same place and never left. And so when that man retires, that's gonna be a sore spot for me. Uncle Allen always been around for me.
Yeah, and the fact that the man can say he beat both Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi for that belt.
Yeah.
Also, the one name I forgot. There's also one more name I forgot. It's Bob Sapp. So yeah, there's actually been a black IWGP heavyweight champion.
Yeah. So you say you beat Kazuchika Okada.
Yep.
How many people say they can beat? How many people you say that they say they can beat Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and John Cena?
Small list, dog. It's a real small list.
Yeah. Put it in perspective.
Real small list. Real smallest. Also, John Moxley don't really count because they remade that belt. Whatever. Like we get in the weeds. Point is, he's a one of one, man. He's the phenomenal one for a reason. And
Yeah.
if he happens to take his ass down to Jacksonville, just for like a one-off, like actually no, I need AJ Styles versus the world. All right, you go to TNA, go get your one-on-one with Leon Slayer.
That's where I want him to go. I want to see him and Leon Slayer.
Go get your one-on-one.
I want to see him and Mike Santana. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, go home to TNA title
for real. For real, go pull up. Hey, listen, go pull up in daggone New Japan. Go pull back up in New Japan.
Yeah, go say what's up to Yeah, go say what's up to their people. I know what you're doing. I know what you're trying to do. Yeah, go say what's up to Zack Sabre Jr. Go say what's up to Yota Suzuki. Yeah, there we go. Yota Suzuki. There we go.
Thank you.
Go say what's up to them. No, do AJ Styles versus the world. Like
I'm cool with that.
Do it like that.
I'm with the shits.
So in that regard, I feel like we're saying goodbye to Alan Jones this weekend. Uncle Alan is saying goodbye to us from a WWE perspective. With that, let's go back to Saturday, man. Saturday night's main event, pretty damn solid. You know what I'm saying? SME to the point where, hey, shit happened, right? We got a new number one contender for the WWE title in Sami Zayn. We got a pretty solid tag team title match between Rio versus Judgment Day.
Yeah.
To which a very inventive way to break up a pin. That spot between Rhea getting knocked off the in the pose and hitting the ref to stop the count, like that pretty much. And then of course we got Uncle Alan versus Shinsuke Nakamura. So, and I forgot the opening match, Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes.
From EBT to WWE, shorty. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
What I'm going to say is that from that one promo alone, I now feel like Jacob Fatu may be in the final 5 of the Royal Rumble. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But what were your thoughts with Saturday night's main event? I feel like it was the best one they've had in a good minute.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. Considering Jacob Fatu was coming back, that was a good match for him coming back, for him and Cody. With Drew interfering, I think that those sheds a little light on what the Royal Rumble is going to look like. I feel like it's going to be a triple threat, possibly. Hold on. Didn't they have a number one contender match or something like that? They did? Okay.
Yes, they had a fatal 4-way, yes, sir. Between
fatal 4-way, yeah. I thought so.
Trick Williams, who showed immediately he's a main event player on SmackDown. Absolutely. Damian Priest, Randy Orton, and Samuel Markel Zayn.
Yes. So I'll talk about that later. So
we'll get it.
That part right there leads me to wonder what it looks like. So my biggest thing with Mania season is who's going to challenge for the heavyweight titles, men and or women. And it gets to a point for me where you try to still, knowing that you have 2 titles, you try to figure out who's worthy enough to win the Rumble and go to WrestleMania and have that 2.5, 3 month stint as the number one contender versus who's going to win the Chamber and fight for the other title. And so that ending right there led me to wonder that, I don't think Sammy's winning the Rumble anymore. Yeah, it's with me. It's like with Drew interfering. The problem is like now you got triple threat territory, and what does that look like? What does that look like for Mania? I enjoyed it. It made both of them look safe. It never gave them a legitimate storyline or what's the word I'm looking for? It never gave them like a legitimate, like you can pick it, we can figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm good with that. Sammy winning threw me for a loop because for the past year, I've been talking about Sami going to the Rumble.
Facts.
Yeah, that's not my answer no more. That's not my answer no
They
more.
threw a monkey wrench in our plans, dog. We
Yeah,
legit was like, we
yeah.
feel like Sami gonna win the Rumble, and now it's like they might. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, because if Drew and Sami are going 1-on-1 at the Rumble, let's just say Drew wins, right? Which then means Chamber, which now may get into my belief for the Rumble. I believe somebody on Monday Night Raw is going to win the Royal Rumble, and they're going to challenge CM Punk at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Which then leaves the WWE Championship to be decided at Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Which then puts us right back into Sami Zayn.
Thank you. Okay. We're thinking on the same wavelength. All right. We good. All right.
One to Twin Powers activate on your horn.
Yeah, dead ass. This is why I love WrestleMania season, because this is where, if you're a true wrestling fan and you're a longtime WWE fan, you are trying to figure out what that looks like starting at the Rumble and starting even before the Rumble. The good thing about Saturday night's main event is it sheds light versus in past years where you just had to see what happened on Raw and or SmackDown to see what was going to do what and figure it out. I think the greatest thing in wrestling is the art of surprise. Unfortunately, there are other old heads that don't like, the unreal part of Netflix and WWE. I'm with them. It's good entertainment for me, but at the same time, it's a thing where I'm just like, I like the surprises. I like to try to figure it out. But going back to that now, who wins the Rumble?
All right. So I feel that we haven't gotten a shock with the Rumble in a minute, and this is another thing. And people can shit and bitch and complain about Triple H a lot, and they do a lot. And I heard a lot of people talking about like what was his contribution to the Attitude Era, and I'm like, do y'all not realize the Attitude Era lasted from 1997 until 2002?
Yeah, y'all want that heat from me.
Like, Triple H had 4 world title reigns. The first heel to ever walk in and out of WrestleMania as WWE champion. Like, the dude main evented the first 2 pay-per-views of 2000. Had a awesome 3 Stages of Hell match with Stone Cold Steve Austin at No Way Out 2001. Like, what are we doing? That's an aside. Go ahead.
Let me tell you the difference between Paul and Triple H. Paul is the man right now that's running the business and showing up for the education for America. That bullshit over there. Triple H is probably, outside of maybe Rock, one of the biggest heels of the Attitude Era. I mean, you got to think about the feuds with Triple H and Austin, Mankind or Mick Foley and Triple H, Rock and Triple H. And let's be clear, when Shawn Michaels went out with that back injury, who took over for DX? You know what I mean? Like, who really DX? Like niggas was rocking with DX with Shawn, and when it was Hunter and Rick Rude in China, but then Hunter was the one that brought X-Pac and brought the Outlaws. You know what I mean? Let's be real with that. I mean, regardless if you like him or not right now, that's not the same motherfucker that was out there. You ask what his contribution to the Attitude Era, like, people that actually watched the Attitude Era were staying up on Monday nights when it was at 9:00, and then it went to 8:00, and then it went back to 9:00, and seeing Triple H out there. Y'all know it wasn't just Stone Cold. It wasn't just puppies. It wasn't just the Nation of Dom, like all that shit. Triple H was a part of that. So shut the fuck up.
Triple H is partially responsible for you getting suspended in middle school for telling somebody to suck it.
I ain't get suspended.
I'm saying that in general. I'm not saying that towards you in
particular. Oh, I got detention. I ain't get suspended.
Just saying. But I like back to the Royal Rumble. I like the fact that this year it's a story driven Rumble, right? Everybody has their own like instances. Monday was a story driven Raw. If you watch it in terms of like, hey, what is the theme line of the show? The theme line of the show goes twofold. It is AJ Styles wanting one last crack at the World Heavyweight title. Finn Balor trying to go both ways in terms of looking at it from perspective of like, oh, if I go about it the right way, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But then I got Liv Morgan over here playing devil on my shoulder and saying, like, look, you tried to go about it the right way. They have to make you like a punk. No pun intended. So what you gonna do about it? So Finn Balor is interesting going into this Royal Rumble because he'll somehow attack somebody and get in the goddamn match, right?
No,
You
he ain't.
have
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. That's gonna be the match. That's gonna be Punk's match at Royal Rumble. It's gonna be him and Finn.
they're gonna book that in 48 hours.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna figure that shit the fuck out. What the hell is Punk doing?
Cold chilling because you know the Rumble matches literally last 2 hours. They last an hour apiece, both of them.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, what are we doing?
Good point. Good point. But it's a story-driven Rumble because, again, Finn Balor has his own motivations. You have the Vision, who clearly have their motivations. And as of Monday, it's like, look, we're gonna do everything we can to get Braun Breaker to win the Royal Rumble, to go win this World Heavyweight title. And I'm like, that makes total sense because when's the last time you had a heel stable outside of Legacy that literally, you know what I'm saying, said, hey, we have a plan to actively go win this damn Rumble.
Yeah, that's sort of like it's gonna be really interesting considering also too you got commercials that your tribal chief is entering the Rumble. Then you get a phone call to the Pat McAfee show that Brock Lesnar's entering the Royal Rumble. I don't know. It's gonna be listen. On my side of town, 2 o'clock, my side of town, 1 o'clock, your side of town, we're gonna be locked the fuck in.
We will. Mind you, it's literally a 4-match card right now. 2 Rumble matches, AJ Styles versus Gunther, and McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. I believe. All right, real quick. Let's go through this card because we already feel like AJ's losing in Saudi. Drew's retaining in Saudi.
Yes. Drew walking the Mania with that bitch.
Yeah. Also, we have this weird conundrum in which people are declaring for the Rumble, but for the women's side, but it doesn't feel like. I feel like there's less emphasis on the Rumble on the women's side than there is for the men's. Like there's desperation, there is intrigue, there is all of that for the men's. For the women's, it's like, so Bianca Belair is showing up and winning this match.
How? Surprise entry. So that was about to ask you. That was my next question to ask you. We've all been talking about, the IWC has been all talking about Bianca showing up, surprise entry, winning the Rumble, right? It just makes sense. She picks Jade, whatever. But if she doesn't, who wins it? And who do they face? And why does it make sense?
Who wins? What woman wins the Rumble and make it make sense? The answer is really goddamn simple. It's the same person that was talking all that shit to Finn Balor on Monday about getting what is yours, and that is Liv Morgan. My picks for the men's and women's Royal Rumble, non-Bianca edition, by the way, Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan.
I switched mine. Mine's not. Well, you switched yours from Sami too. It's not Braun for me. I think I'm gonna go with, to be honest with you, be very, very honest with you. I don't want to see Braun Breaker and CM Punk at WrestleMania. That does nothing for me at all. If
for a lot of people, Gunther versus Jey Uso didn't do nothing for him at WrestleMania, so they got the moment. So
That was the so that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story because they didn't put the hype behind it. I feel like it's a story that's left untold. And for me specifically, I'm gonna go with Joe and Hawaii.
Very good pick. Very good pick. And I love that pick. I love that pick. I love Braun strictly because like if you're going to crown him, as Denny Green once said, if you're gonna crown him, then crown their ass. You might as well do it at Mania, right? Hold up before you get there.
No,
you might as well do it there at the Rumble, right? But if it is Joe, and we're in this very interesting predicament of Joe versus Drew as a challenger to Drew, or even Joe versus Punk, which I think is a far better match and a far better move, I'm with it. Like, if you give me Liv and Joe or Bianca and Joe.
You say did you say Liv and Joe?
Liv, listen to what I'm saying. I'm fine with that. If it's Liv Morgan, again, we're talking about my alternative picks.
Okay.
My main picks are Braun Breaker and Bianca Belair. Like, it is literally BBs. You know what I'm saying? It's literally how Lil Wayne would say on the track. You know what I'm saying? It's big B's. Shout out to John. Oh, I'm sorry. It is John Wall Night in DC. Whoops. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Real perfect. See, that's why I be potting, boy. That's why I be potting.
Absolutely.
Again, if it's Braun and Bianca, not mad. If it's Joe and Liv, definitely not mad either. Because if it's Joe and Liv, then guess what? The IWC is gonna be super mad that Bianca Belair still ain't fully healed from that hand injury when she broke her knuckle and her finger. And I'm glad that the Rumble this year, as I said before, it is more about the intrigue of who you think should be challenging for that for them titles, I should say, as opposed to who do you think showing up? Who do you think is a surprise entry? And that was like literally one of the hallmarks for the last couple Rumbles for a few people. Because when Cody came back, Cody was winning the Rumble. When Cody came back from the torn pec, he was winning the Rumble. None of us predicted Jey Uso was going to win that Rumble last year.
No.
And brother, I'm still mad that I did not put no money on offshore book to cash out.
So to that same like context, my problem will be with Braun Breaker. You saying you got Braun Breaker as your pick. I saw what it looked like last year when we had several conversations about how Jay and Gunther were the hype of it wasn't like it was the build-up was crazy. Like Jay got choked out like for 6 weeks. Hey, wake up, nigga. Like, what are we doing? What does that look like for Punk and Braun? Because it's Punk by himself. I mean, he got his homies. You might have Penta, you might have Ray, you might have Dragon Lee, or whatever. But at the same time, like, what does that look like as far as a feud and a build-up? You got to build Braun up a little bit bigger for me. Like, and this is just my personal opinion. Even when Braun was in NXT, I felt like his build-up wasn't that good. I'm not hating. That's just how I felt. Like, when he was a heel, like, they did nothing for me. Now, how they did Carmelo Hayes, I loved it. I don't know. Like, if he wins, I'm cool with it. But make it make sense. Please make it make sense.
I'll try. I'll definitely try. Also, I sent you something. I would like.
I know.
Thing gorgeous. That thing gorgeous. For the record, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a car. For those who are uninclined, we're talking about a car. I'll make it make sense.
The Rose Gold Honda Spoke. God damn. I murked that bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. We talking about wrestling.
Yeah. I had to drop that one on you. So, Braun Breaker, I think the whole storyline with him and Adam Pearce and making him be such an unpredictable character on the TV show is leading to him actually showing calm and restraint. And you know, when a crazy mofo is showing calm restraint, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit scarier, right? And I think because right now, to me, the vision still looks like four dudes who be on YouTube reviewing albums on the couch. Just saying. You got one dude in Austin Theory look like he listened to a lot of Sabrina Carpenter, but don't tell nobody. You got Bronson Reed, who know he be listening to all the hip hop and can tell you about all the backpackers. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul is here just because he cool with a couple people he's seen on the side in real life.
Yeah.
He like Miles from the Joe Budden podcast. Then you got Braun Breaker, who was like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and hit up, you know what I'm saying? I like some rap. I don't like all the Drake stuff, but hey, that Kendrick album was real cool. I might listen to the clips if you really ask me about it.
Wow.
Just saying. That is what that group was like.
Listen. Bronson Reed is the realest out of all of them. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Bronson Reed can tell you he listened to West Side Gun and Bruiser Wolf. All right, that's what he looks like in that group.
No. Bronson Reed said that it looked like he listened to Biggie, Ready to Die, Reasonable Doubt, I Am. Like, yeah, Bronson Reed is the whole is that one out the group.
Bronson Reed ain't listened to a non-East Coast rap album since 2005.
That's fair.
That man know G Unit mixtapes and Lloyd Banks freestyles by heart.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one. That's the one right there. I don't give a fuck what y'all say about a Braun Breaker or Logan Paul or the other little pale motherfucker. Nah, that's the one.
Austin Theory.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right. I'm mad. I sidetracked us. My bad. I'm trying to prove a point in terms of Braun Breaker winning the Rumble.
You proved a point.
Yeah, I proved a boy, but not that point.
The realist.
But no, Braun Breaker needs to win this Rumble strictly because if you are building up this old grizzled gunslinger in CM Punk, and basically Braun Breaker is like similarly to how he dealt with Sami Zayn, right? He got beat once, and now he's going to have to show himself like, okay, that was once. This is the grandest stage. And CM Punk is probably going to throw barbs at him like, you challenged for this. Have you ever tried to win a title in this? 60,000 people staring all eyes on you? That's pressure, big dog. You good with that pressure? Couldn't do it in Brooklyn. You ain't good in that pressure on Netflix. What makes you think you're gonna do it on in Vegas in a football stadium? Where last I checked, last time you really touched that football field was Kennesaw State. Last time I must say when I touch football fields, it's for titles. You tell me what you doing.
What we doing?
And Braun Breaker is gonna have to answer that. I think for me. I like to see that because I actually want to see what Braun Breaker. If you have all this faith in Braun Breaker, ultimate test right here. Go for it. And now, for your contrary, if it's Roman versus CM Punk, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Roman sitting home being a daddy, just lifting weights. He been like T.O. in the driveway in 2005.
Hey, Roman gonna be like, remember when you called my cousin a bald fraud?
Bruh.
Yeah, my cousin still runs this entire place without him even being here. And who still moves this needle? You've had this belt for 4 months. Who cares? When I hold the belt, mainstream TV, movies, Netflix, everybody come calling. Basically, I'm selling.
When I found out that man was playing my favorite character in Street Fighter, I was like, yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah. Joe, because then we also need this one more time. We need I know that Jay is currently a tag team champion, but I need to see what is fully realized, fully 1000% overly self-confident Jey Uso versus Big Cuz for that belt.
That's a SummerSlam thing for me, so that's what I'm going
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
That's a SummerSlam thing.
And then also, if Roman wins that belt, does he make? No, actually, no. Why am I asking myself if Roman wins the belt? Is he going to change? No, he's still gonna be the same dickhead he always is.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Again, remember what he told Cody and Punk at War Games? That belt looks better with me.
I don't see I don't see the problem.
I don't see either. We about to see. Speaking of we about to see, and we saw. So last week we gave Tommaso Ciampa his flowers for what he did in NXT, and we thought he was gonna go chill. I ain't never seen a man leave a company, get a new deal worked out in 48 hours, then he show up on their flagship television program, and it's just like, all right, cool. Your thoughts on Tommaso Ciampa showing up in AEW last night to face off against Mark Briscoe?
I think that the one thing about AEW versus WWE, the schedule is less crueler. It's based in Jacksonville, where that's where him and his family lives at, or not far from there. And then he gets to go against like some people that fit his style, you know, the Kyle Fletchers, the Kenny Omegas. He gonna have a good time there. I think it's only right because his skill set, I won't say it was used improperly in WWE. It was used right in NXT because of the feuds and what we talked about last week of his entrances and whatnot. Is everything outside of wrestling. I think with him, he actually gets to just be himself. Y'all about to get the Ring of Honor, Tommaso Ciampa. Y'all about to get the Psycho Killer, the Project Ciampa. Y'all about to get that one. Now, I don't need you to hurt yourself, brother. Like, take care of your body, bro. Like, you done had a couple neck surgeries, and we're not doing that. And we want to make sure that your daughter can play with you by the time she get to 10. But no, I think it was right. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't getting no younger. Like, what are we doing? Tony Khan handing out contracts out there. What that looks like long term, I don't know. I think it's the equivalent to what Bryan Danielson did, but I hope it's something that works itself out, and I'm happy for him.
So he recently did an interview with Sports Illustrated, and in it, he explained like how he typically moves, right? In the early 2000s, let me find the quote just so I have it right. I don't want to misquote nobody. Again, that's what happens when you're a journalist. You don't want to misquote nobody. He says, and I quote, "If I wrestled in the 90s, I'd want to be a part of ECW. Early 2000s, you want to be part of Ring of Honor. I was lucky I got to do that for a little bit. 2010s, I think for me at least, I want to be part of NXT Black and Gold. And when I looked at the landscape of professional wrestling in the 2020s, the answer was AEW, man. That's what I want to be a part of." So we now realize that Tommaso Ciampa is a full-blown sicko. And I don't mean that
name is Psycho Killer.
I know that. What I'm saying is, in terms of him being a full-blown psycho, is that he enjoys those rabid, passionate, very close fans who can literally breathe upon you when it comes to a show, right? AEW's been doing small venues. The only time they break out do larger venues is for All In or All Out. And hey, him showing up, I know it got a big pop. I know some people were like, the crowd goes mild, but it's what's best for him, right? Yeah. I can't fault a man for making a decision that's going to make things a little bit easier for his family. I can't. right? And now you get a whole slate of people who he can run up against, right? You can have him run up against Andrade. You can have him versus Old Boy. You can have him versus Kenny Omega. You can have him versus Ospreay. You can have him versus, yeah. Have him versus Speedball. Have him versus the other half of Jet Speed. Are
you talking about Kevin Knight?
Kevin Knight, yeah. Reason why it's Kevin Knight because I almost got he and Eli Knight confused. Both the talented brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's gonna run up against Kuro because they're gonna bring between you and me, and because you and I took part in the debut episode of the 30-minute time limit podcast. Shout to Meek, shout to Loose. Kuro and Ricky Sosa are both going to be more likely in Jacksonville for a spot date than they will be doing things with TNA and WWE, which means that, hey, you get Ciampa versus them too, right? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by anybody that makes a decision like this, right? I know people was talking about Andrade fumbled when he left WWE to go back, but hey, that was a personal decision that had shit to do with wrestling. That was literally a real life situation, and he was like, you know what? For my mental health and everything, I'm going to crash out, but I'm gonna end up coming back to wrestling anyway. Which, hey man, you got to see your ex-wife at work every goddamn day, and blame yourself over the shit.
Shit. I gotta see mine. Yeah, I'm crashing the fuck out every day.
Yeah. So he's in AEW now. Him and Ciampa can do what Andrade and Johnny Gargano did at TakeOver Philadelphia, which is, for my money, one of the best NXT title matches ever. He can do that. He's well within his right. I got no problem with it. I got no tribalism tag on me. I think that AEW, for the first time in a good goddamn minute, and we can get into this now, is loading up their main event scene, right? I don't think AEW has had this many viable people who could probably be world champion. Maybe it's because it really took MJF to take that belt back and be positioned as the top man in the company. But we saw Andrade call his shot. Kenny Omega, we've already know he called his shot. Old Boy is still in the picture. Hangman Page still in the picture, right? Brody King is about to get his shot because he's gonna win the Eliminator, and that's 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Somebody will pop up eventually.
It's gonna be it is going to be 6. It's gonna be 6 because you know what? There's gonna be a moment in time where either Kazuchika Okada or Kazuchika Takeshita are both like, you know what? F this Don Callis stuff. I want that belt too.
It'll be Takeshita before it's Okada. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Vice versa. It'll be Okada before it's Takeshita. Because you see how Takeshita is falling out with the Don Callis family. You saw his interaction with Kyle Fletcher last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they rooting for Okada. Okada done had 1-2, 2-1 mixed titles, and yeah. So the only thing left for him to do is go get the big boy.
Mm-hmm. Which is something the family ain't had since the stables existed, really. Because it wasn't a family when it was just Kenny Omega. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it was Kenny Omega at the pack, and that wasn't even a stable yet. That was just Don Callis being the man for Kenny Omega, the mouthpiece. Now
that's not even a family. That's a whole family reunion at this point. They got so many niggas in that joint. Like,
there's the Don Callis family every single Wednesday night looks like a group of people who just met for the first time at a work conference and told you, hey, y'all in the same department.
Absolutely.
That's the only time you see them together, dog. Only time.
Remember Remember when you had the NWO red, you had the white, you had the the LWO, you had the NWO Portuguese, you had the NWO homeless, like you had all the mix.
The NWO was throwing out colorways like Nike is. Like Nike's
Like
doing with
dead
LeBron.
ass. Like dead ass.
It made no sense. And so, thankfully, it seems to be some kind of direction, right? I don't know when the
I
hell the
hope.
Death Riders became baby faces. I don't know. I do not. All I saw was one John Moxley fire babyface promo over him winning the Continental Classic and beating Okada for the Continental title. And now they're baby faces, and now they're going after the Don Callis family. And I'm like, there's still some things that are a little but again, Andrade back cooking, Omega back cooking, Brody King getting his solo spot. MJF is still being a complete dickhead, talking about Brody King look like a Nazi who's still a liberal. And I'm like, God dang.
Damn.
He's not lying because the tattoos say one
A
thing,
little different.
but the F Ice t-shirt say another thing. So
damn.
Yeah. But no, I think AEW is getting into a decent groove going into Revolution, dog. They getting into a decent groove going into Revolution. I mean, they got Grand Slam Australia coming up, but Revolution in March, yeah, they get into a good groove. Also, prayers up to Jake Dolan. Hopefully, he didn't get hurt last night because he was they had a tag match. Him,
he tore his bicep. Yeah. Shout out the little brother, man. Like,
hey, man,
like he just got there.
Turn injuries off, man. He just got back.
Yeah.
Turn injuries off, dog. Turn the injuries off. Speaking of turning off, but actually turning up. Does Joe Neck of the Woods run NXT now? Like, I need you to explain this to me. You run ISO.
So, somebody that grew up in the DC metropolitan area. That's what it was called before it was DMV. It was the DC metropolitan area. It was DC and everybody else. We see a lot of things when it comes to sports, athletics, and I take pride in it. To be like I take pride in to say the greatest scorer of all the greatest scorer of all time that I've ever seen in my lifetime in the NBA, Kevin Durant, this side of town. I like to say that we run the NBA right now when it comes to people in the league. Victor Oladipo, he's not there no more, but Kevin Durant, it's Len Bias, we can go Gravis Vasquez, we can go Steve Francis, and then from a football standpoint, Vernon Davis, R.I.P. Vontae Davis. We do even comedy too. Martin Lawrence, Earthquake, one of the funniest motherfuckers ever. I translate that into a point when it translated into wrestling. Keanu and my man Saquon, aka Southeast Jerome. Listen, they doing their thing in NXT, and I love it. And they are the outside of, let's say, Sol Ruka or Jada Parker. They are the most talked about in the IWC right now. Let's be real. My man showed up and said, "I'm just here so I don't be fined." All right, that's the realest thing. That's the realest shit he ever wrote.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't copying nobody, but that's the realest shit he ever wrote. I'm just here. I'm just showing up. I have to be here.
Well, that's the second realest thing he ever wrote, because there was a thing he said on Twitter about the NXT folks short favor. This was the second generation Samoans.
Oh shit. Oh shit. So what y'all see from me every Thursday or whatever day we on, I'm going to quote a documentary on Showtime about PG County basketball. It's in the water. We don't give a damn. We say what we want to say. You're gonna like it or you're not, and that's okay. That's okay. Even like let's look at Saquon. Actually, out of that whole group, that's the only one I pay attention to. The rest of them don't talk about nothing, and then the one that does talk about something outside of him is Pulse. So I done gave you the guide. If anybody else come out this area and pull up on NXT, then beware. We're gonna say we want to say. If you have a problem, it is what it is, and we don't care.
Again, I merely am reminded by the fact that man said that they are dick-eating Samoans who be voting for Trump.
So what?
So what? That is all I say. He said it, admit it, and what?
Live it, like it, love it.
To quote T.I., he said it and he meant it, and what? Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Real quick, since we got NXT, Keanu cemented himself for that ladder match next week for the NXT title. Let's see who is also in this match, by the way. Because I have to remember. Ricky Starks, by the way, got a freebie. He got a freebie because he didn't get his actual rematch with Obafemi, who is going to make his first main roster match that is not versus Cody Rhodes on the Royal Rumble. So we don't see that the ruler in Saudi. So yeah,
that Ricky Starks shit is license privilege.
That
I know I get a check about you.
That man was dressed like he played for the Miami Dolphins, dog. Just saying.
Real quick.
So real quick. We got Ricky Starks, Shiloh, Shawn Legacy, Shiloh Hill, Keanu Carver, Deion Lennox, and Jackson Drake. So that's your 6 right now.
I want to go with the crib.
Oh, and Joe Hendry. I forgot Joe Hendry. It's 7 people in this match.
Damn, that's a lot of motherfuckers to have in a goddamn match. Shit. Okay. So let me ask you a real question real quick before we go to our favorite segment. How long did it take that stadium to get built in Saudi?
A month, allegedly. I think you might be peeping because I saw like the dang near finalized version, and I said I was gonna keep my mouth closed until they got out of there out of safety. Right? I was like,
that's why I asked the question. You read my mind.
Dog,
that's why I asked the question.
You're not about to have me out. No, sir. Not me. Look, how they got it done is some real. Hey, remember the World Cup a couple years ago in them stadiums? How they magically appeared out of nowhere? Nope.
I don't know. I'm gonna say a prayer before I turn ESPN app on.
Everybody be safe. Everybody come back home in one piece.
Please.
If I only got one beef, is this. They met whoever did the booking for this international trip. Say, yo, y'all gonna tour Europe right quick fast, fly back to North America to do the Montreal shows, and then fly back to Saudi. Out of line.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
Out of line.
I had to ask.
I'm mad, dog. I feel like he actually saw me respond to some shit on Facebook. It was like, you know what?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I just wanted, if you felt the same way that I felt, knowing that this shit got built in a fucking month.
A whole outdoor stadium in a month.
I didn't see
the Bill Stadium ain't even done yet.
I didn't see backyard decks that have been built that fast.
They built
That's crazy. They built a stadium in a month. Less than 32 days.
Hey, man. I feel... Hey. Go call Ice-T, dog. Like, this... Call Ice-T, because I can't stay with this no more. Hey. I can't stay with this no more. It was the head of the week for January 29th. Really simple. I can tell you the head of the weekend. Whoever on this thing 4.5 weeks. That's who. Nah, I can't do it. I cannot. Hey, how Jocelyn Hernandez go that one time? I cannot. I can't do it.
I cannot.
I can't do it. Can't do it. But
I'm gonna do the charade joint. Joggers.
Hey, hold up. What Plies told the security when that dude ran up on him on that stage? Color money.
Hey, yo. Oh, and listen, we're going to say a prayer for the entrance to the Royal Rumble.
Hey, not even a regular prayer. We're going to be praying grandmothers, dog.
We're going to say a prayer for all the people that actually bought a ticket to that goddamn stadium.
Head of the week is our segment, by the way, folks, where me and D get to yapping about things that may have either pissed us off or enlightened us in the world this week. D, they built that bitch in 4 weeks.
That's my head of the week. My head of the week is to get a contract on a goddamn not a building, but a big ass piece of land, and y'all asses decided to build this bitch last month, literally less than 32 days ago.
The Rumble has been known that it was going to be in Saudi, or at least, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Let me make sure.
It's at least been 8 to 12 months. It's at least been 8 to 12 months. I promise you. I promise you. Why? I'm gonna be real. I pray nobody that we know going over there.
Oh, man. Dog, again, mind you, this was literally announced on the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix last January. They had a whole year to build this stadium because you knew when the Rumble was coming, and they built it last minute.
The crazy part,
you ever been to
IKEA?
Hell yeah, I've been to IKEA.
So you gotta walk through that bitch in pattern, and then when you figure out what the fuck you want, you get down to the register. Once you buy your shit, you got to go pick your shit out. That's the shit they built that shit out the IKEA warehouse.
Dog.
That's my head of the week.
Your head of the week.
But they better not use that stadium ever again. If they fuck around and say we're gonna use it for Mania in 2027, none of y'all niggas better not go.
Dog. They knew.
Riyadh season my ass.
They knew. Hey, by the way, guess what? We gonna figure out what this stadium gonna look like and who gonna be all in there because SmackDown is over there tomorrow. We're gonna find out.
That bitch about to be all segments. All segments. Every segment.
Oh my gosh.
Who your hater of the week, man?
Man, I almost want to say it's Jermaine Cole.
My man.
But it's not Jermaine Cole because I actually find it, hey, anytime I get to hear somebody rapping over DJ Clue doing his mixtape hosted shit, and he picking and Cole picks some solid beats, I ain't got no issues with it. I got no issues with it. I'm here for it. My hater of the week is Bill Polian. Bill Polian, former general manager of the Indianapolis Colts, the architect of those four for Buffalo. Whatever the name the documentary was, 30 for 30 was for ESPN.
The four times them nigga lost in the AFC Championship. Oh no, I'm sorry. The four times them nigga lost in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, them, right? Then he took the upstart. I think he was the helm of the upstart Carolina Panthers when they made the NFC Championship game in 96 versus Packers. So he was the helm of them too, right? So he built he was the helm of three different solid franchises and made the Hall of Fame. So for those who are not media focused as me and D are from time to time, Super Bowl, the week before the Super Bowl is typically the week where it is shenanigans and dumb shit because ain't nothing going on. We stretching. We're trying to stretch intrigue and interest in a game. Last year's Super Bowl was far more interesting because it was trying to see, hey, is the Eagles going to get their leg back or the Chiefs going to three-peat? We saw what happened, by the way. This year, where's the intrigue? All right, you must say, are you here for Mike Vrabel bringing the Patriots back after they had arguably the most Mickey Mouse road to a AFC title? And I say that knowing full well that my quarterback threw 4 interceptions against them bums.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, is he gonna be seeing ghosts, or is Sam Darnold gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna have to live in a world where Sam Darnold is a world champion quarterback?
I'm not opposed to that because he's not a bad quarterback.
Look, the fact that we live in a world where Sam Darnold and Tom Brady are the only two quarterbacks to ever lead teams to 14-win seasons back to back. That's something, right? Also, Sam Darnold is the first quarterback that was a starter at the University of Southern California to start a Super Bowl. I need you to understand how many Heisman Trophy winners USC has had at QB. Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. It's Sam Darnold of all people. So, reason why Bill Polian is my hater of the week, because he on the slick revealed that he kind of was the reason why Bill Belichick ain't get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame on his first go. Apparently, Bill old lady also broke up with him this week too. So double homicide. But
I got nothing.
Oh, now no, I ain't got nothing needed. I mean, Jordan was man. But Bill Belichick's resume is from a football standpoint, it's unimpeachable. His game plan for Super Bowl 25 against the 91 Bills is in the Hall of Fame. Like his game plan. I need you to understand that. What he drew up to stop arguably one of the best offenses in NFL history is in a wing in the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, right? He has the second most. Yeah, 91. Bills Giants.
You talking about the Giants? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was DC because he was DC for the team at 86 when they won their first ring and 90 when they won their second. So there's that, right? Head coach, you know the stuff with the Patriots, dog. I mean, had a winning season for every year up until this last. Not every year, but once it really got going, like he got more division titles than anybody as a head coach. He's won more Super Bowls than anybody as a head coach. Made the damn Super Bowl more than anybody as a head coach.
I think he's tied with Super Bowl wins.
It's 6.
I think he's tied with Super Bowl. I think it's Curly Lambeau.
2. No, Curly Lambeau don't know. That's Lombardi got 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
Chuck Noll got 4.
So he's tied at some. I think it's Super Bowl appearances. It's one of the two. It's one of the two.
Because he has 9 Super Bowl appearances as a head coach. He's 6-3 in that game. Okay. The only other person I can think of that may be even close to that 9 appearances thing might be Tom Landry, but even then, I don't think so.
No. Tom had 2 in the 70s. He had, I think, 1 in the 80s.
Nah. Okay. So, reason why we do football history, because, again, we're both football junkies and football nerds. So, Tom Landry has Super Bowl 5 versus the Colts. And he has Super Bowl 6 versus the Cowboys. It's the first Cowboys ring, by the way. Okay. He also has Super Bowl, the joint in, what's that, 13? It was one of the Super Bowls in the 70s. They beat the Broncos. They beat the dog shit out of the Broncos in a Super Bowl in New Orleans. And then he also has the 2 losses to the Steelers. Right? So that is 5?
Yeah.
5. Because, 5 appearances. Bill has 9. Chuck Noll has 4 because all 4 times he went with the Steelers, they all won. Right? So, Bill Belichick's football resume is impeccable. And if you telling me you holding that man out over Spygate, word.
It's the what's old buddy that played for the Phillies and the Cardinals? God rest his soul. The one that was held out the Hall of Fame.
Roy Halladay. But Lee Dykstra?
No.
Oh, no. Pete Rose, my bad. Pete Rose. My bad, black man. Dang, my bad. You gonna beat me up?
It's the Pete Rose thing. It's the Pete Rose thing. Like that's how he was moving. Now I get it. I get where you're coming from. I get where the rest of the league is coming from. That's what it is, though. I don't agree with it. That man found a way to win, and you couldn't stop him. Sorry.
So that's one. My second header of the week is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not even on some just. I know where this is going. This is about to be a long, drawn-out saga for a dude who said he ain't asked for a trade, but clearly he put feelers out there for trades. And now I'm like, ever since you gave us that speech after that first round exit, it ain't been good, brother. You've been out first round 3 years straight. So, all world talent, but this trade saga gonna be real annoying. It's gonna be real annoying.
Not my problem because he ain't that good.
Oh.
He's a supporting cast. He's a Karl Malone.
Giannis is a Karl Malone?
He's a Karl Malone.
A Karl Malone with a ring.
Yeah, I'll take that. He's a Karl Malone with a ring.
You are not going. You can't take away the fact that the dude put up 50, 14, and 5 blocks in a clinching game to win a title. 2021 was a fun summer.
Robert Ory got
Yeah,
5
Big
rings.
Shot Bob got 7. I know he got 7. He got 7.
Oh, he got 7, not 5.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he got 7. Yeah, he got 2 with the Rockets, 3 with the Lakers.
It don't impress me. It don't impress me. Do something different. You're a big man that the NBA crowns you for what you are, but you're one-dimensional. When I think of big men, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan.
Mm.
You know, I'm not doing that with him.
I
He's
mean,
not that.
I know, but here's the thing, though. He has a defensive.
I'm sorry, you're not.
He does. Like he does both. He does both ways. He does. It's just that
the year
you know
the year he won that, Kawhi should have won.
This is gonna be a fun little situation. Anyway, the Rumble is Sunday. We might do a Rumble pool, might not. I asked D about his thoughts on that one when time comes. Yeah, man. So his picks are Roman Reigns and Bianca Belair. My picks are Braun Breaker and Bianca Belair. And should there be an alternative, it will be Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns. Last year, I really would have thought it would have been John Cena. Just, give it to him off the script. And then there was like, nope. I must say, the victor is folks we know. Is hey, let's give him something to go with. Jey Uso super hot. Let's see. So therefore, we're gonna see who is super hot going to leave Saudi Mania. Not Saudi Mania. Saudi Rumble. The Saudi Mania.
Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, because Saudi Mania is, further down the pike. But that's tonight's episode of 2DopeMarks. We thank you for tuning in. We thank y'all for commenting. Shout out to our good friends at Black Wrestling, whose show is on now. They're going through their Rumble preview as we speak. Shout out to my co-hosts for holding it down for 54 episodes and counting. We got more things coming. Yeah, man. Follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on YouTube, 2DopeMarks. Hit the bell for all notifications because we go live every Thursday, 7:30, 6:30 Central, unless an emergency comes up. And considering that the calendar is about to flip to February, letting you know this now, we got big plans coming for February. Can we let him in a little bit, D?
No.
Okay.
Nah. I need people to pull up just because we said pull up.
Yeah. So we need folks to pull up on the scrim because February for us is going to be a toast and a give back to what makes this whole thing great. That's the best way I can put it to you, man. The people and the things that make this whole shit go for us. So we're doing that. Cop the merch, 2dopemarks.com, updating the site often as I possibly can, as we possibly can. And we might be doing a little, little remix, little change up coming soon these coming weeks, man. D did some things that I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So my co-host here is over here doing the most in a great way.
Yeah.
So with that being said, D, say something nice to the people.
Stay tuned.